All right, welcome to 2023. This is our first recording for the year, and it's glad to have you guys back. 2022 was an amazing year. We had a lot of content dished out. We had a lot. We talked about a lot, and we really went deep. All right, so welcome to 2023. Right, it's glad to have you guys here. We are starting a new journey, a new 365 days journey, and it's gonna be amazing, right? Before we go into the charts, I want to use this opportunity to talk about what I expect for the week, possibly for the next given days or weeks, right? So I'll be doing basically in this video, but before that, um, you know, when the year begins like this, it is wise you reflect on how the previous years are, right? I see years calendars as a period to reevaluate and then make necessary improvements, right? A popular saying says change is the most constant thing. That means it's constant to always have changes. You always experience changes, right? So this is a new period. It's the time to start afresh. You must learn to forgive yourself. Right? All the mistakes you made, that was last year, fam. Only reflect on them and learn the lesson. This is a new year. Don't trade to recover losses. Don't trade to have a revenge on a particular pair. Don't do all of that. Just make sure that you're trading from a fresh, when you travel to a new place, right? Maybe let's assume that maybe you had some troubles at a particular location and then you travel to a new place, all right? You are given the liberty of starting afresh, right? You have a new house, new environment. So just see 2023 as a new start, all right? So don't carry all the garbage that came in with you, that you carried around 2022 into this new year, all right? So with that being said, I just want to list three things that you need to, have just adjust a bit to see a difference in your trading, all right? Number one, just few things I just thought that we should make some changes on, all right? I want you guys to believe in yourself, all right? To stop you must have belief and confidence in yourself, right? You must have self-confidence and belief, right? You must have self-confidence and confidence, yeah. You must have self-confidence and belief in yourself, all right? You must believe in yourself, right? This is something that will really take you far this year, all right? You must have confidence and belief in yourself. You have what it takes to make consistent earning from the financial market. Stop depending on signal services. Stop depending on your mentor. Stop complaining, doing this and that. You cannot take a trade without asking someone else to go through the trade analysis. All those stuff many people do. You are not going to go that way. You must learn to make decisions on your own, right? And how do you make the right decisions? By properly studying your courses, by properly using preparing a trading plan, having exact rules in which you follow, right? So you have to make sure you learn how to follow rules, right? And that's something that helps with self-confidence, right? Learn to follow rules. And then another thing I want to say is that you must prefer, these are just few things, you must prefer quality to quantity. So any trade you're taking, make sure it is a trade that has quality, right? Not just one random trade that just looks as if it will pay out. Make sure all trades you take are quality trades, right? The goal is to be profitable and not to trade all the particular opportunities, right? Have selective pairs, all of those things. All right. Just trade few trades, right? Take the trades that have more confluences, more reasons it might pan out, and more confirmations on your checklist. All right. So go for quality. Stop trying to trade 15 market at once. You're in GU, you're in NZD-CAD, you're in EURUSD, only you're in gold, you're in Bitcoin, you're in all trades. No. Learn to prefer quality and to quantity. And then when you see quality setups, then you can leverage sufficiently, all right? And now the final thing that you must do to see trading in you must stick to risk management at all times, right? So you must see your account balance from the perspective of RR, right? Not I want to make $15, right? $15 to $100 account is not the same significance to $1,000 account, all right? So you must learn to see your account based on risk parameters. How many are you planning to make this week? You must how many percent. So see your account from percentages, and then you must always stick to your trading rules. No matter if you're making losses or you're making wins, don't over leverage, don't break your risk management plan. Always stick to that, right? Risk management is something that has kept me in this game for so long, right? Sometimes I would have 5 bad trades, 5, 6 losing trades, and still I come out on top at the end of the week, at the end of the month, because why I stick to risk management, right? So this is are the things I really need you guys to work on. And the more of this we talked about as we progress. So on the 20th to 22nd of this month, we're having our boot camp, right? 20th to 22nd of January, we're having our boot camp, and the tag of the boot camp is recalibration, right? So it's basically for old, it's not really for new traders, it's for traders that are have been struggling, right? They need a reorientation, they need to find their bearing again. So it's really for the lost sheep, right? The Christians will say, I came from the lost sheep of Israel. All right, so this is for the lost sheep. All right, so we're going to come for the lost sheep of the financial market. All right, so start recalibration. The boot camp will be holding on the 20th to the 22nd of January 2023. All right, the tag of the team is recalibration. All right, so the link will be out by the end of the week, and then you can join. All right, so now let's head over to the charts. What do I expect for this week? All right, so I usually start my analysis from the dollar index. So let's go the dollar index. All right, so I'm on dollar index now. So I think I already had something here. Yeah. Wow, amazing, amazing. I marked this one before this played out. This is amazing. Right. I marked this before this happened. Before all this happened. All right. So wow, amazing. So I cannot simply head over to the weekly time frame. All right, let's just start on the weekly time frame to see if there's something um very unique for USDCAD. All right, so we are still coming from that monthly period, right? So from the weekly time frame, can still we are seriously bearish and we are gravitating towards this imbalance, right? So you likely expect to see DXY drop into this fair value gap properly, and then for currency, the market is bearish, right? You have a bearish market on the weekly perspective, right? Why do I say so? You can see that obviously what a break of structure right here, right? You can see that there's actually a break of structure here. Market carry close below this point and all of that, right? So we have that, and then we have this inefficiency resting here as well. All right, so we have this inefficiency resting there. So we might see price trade into that in the nearest future, right? All right, so the market has played it, right? So we had inefficient around there, right? Price has already, tapped into it, and then we're dumping down. So I wouldn't really look at that for now. We're looking at this area for now. So I should price to dump into this imbalance, right? You can see that a kind of equal low has been formed there. So I'll take this off for a moment so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see that's actually an equal low resting here. Can you see it's a relatively equal low, right? So that's what I expect price to dump into that imbalance. I already marked this for a while back. And so this level I marked here is the key level, right? It's the key level. Why is it a key level? Because I can see that price finds it difficult to break it. Look at it. When price comes, you can see this how market plays around this zone, right? So this is actually a key level on the DXY chart, right? So very key level. Right, and then we are all right. Um so that being said, right, so I'm letting the icon to jump into this point, like it has to go down a bit. So that's why going down a bit, we might see more bullish runs on EU and GU. All right. So that being said, let's over help for 2 hours to see if we can find. All right, we're already we're already digging into the imbalance already. I've dig into the imbalance already. Right, so we're already digging into the imbalance. You can see so price will likely dig a bit more lower into that imbalance, right? I see price, I see price to go a bit below into this imbalance, right? Yeah. So let me see if I can have DXY, euro dollar here to see if something of value can pop up, right? So this is the euro dollar, yeah. So like I can possibly go to the weekly time frame as well. This should be this should go back to DXY. All right, so let's take this out. All right, so I'm having a bullish euro dollar. Right, euro dollar is the one at my left, while dollar index is one at my right. All right, this is dollar index and this is the euro. So we have already established that we are expecting a bearish this to hit that imbalance and all of that. So, right, so wow, amazing, amazing. All right, so I think this is kind of beginning to confuse me. So let me also go back to one screen. All right. All right. So now back to euro dollar. So since we're expecting a bearish run on this guy, so we should expect the reverse on the euro dollar. So we have this as my next draw on liquidity. I expect price to gravitate towards this. Right. Since we are having that bearish run on you know, on the USD index. So I expect price to run higher to gravitate towards this high. All right. So we have been in a nasty range, and I've not been trading EU because of this range. And if you go to the daily time frame, you can see we're actually in a bullish market. What do I mean? You can see that we have our high here. You can see we had our high here, we had our low, right? We had our high, had our low, then we had our high. So there's no obvious break of structure as I'm speaking, right? You can see that actually price just came to feel this imbalance, right? So I was still bullish on this guy, although I didn't trade it, I was trading GU instead. You can see that this guy actually had a fair value gap resting down here, right? So that's what price came to feel because that price came to feel this inefficiency right here. Like I said, price is running higher. So I said price to run for this high, right? I said price to take out this high. So if you can find buy opportunities on either that would be nice. But for me, I'm staying because I'm not in support of this nasty range, right? I can see a bullish markets right here. Wow, amazing. All right, so wow, amazing. So looking at this, what sort of level looking for was considering to buy this market. Can see the most recent break of structure. Um, okay, high, low, high, yeah, okay. For me, I wouldn't really say do anything for now. There's actually a very tiny inefficiency here. Okay, and I can see that was a kind of liquidity grab here. All right, so it's kind of liquidity grab for that point there. And what candle was responsible for that? It was supposed to this one. Right, so even if $80 is going to buy, my sale price come here. So for me, if I was going to buy $80, it will be inside there. Right? And as long as price has not come here, I will do nothing. All right, so that's what I expect more bullish run on the $80. Right, so this is actually my range. I'm looking at the price to come inside here to give me a reason to buy. So I can see price come inside there to be good for buy, right? So let's head over to let's shift to our cookie. All right, so it's still something on the 2 hour. Yeah. So the inner balance is also on 2 hours. So we are actually right. All right, so let's leave. Let's mark it on this. Okay, so, back to let's check 1 hour, see if your math is correct. All right, that is it. Yeah, that is it. Right. So I said, right, to come down here and give me a reason to, go long. Right, so for the GBPUSD, the same thing has been, and this guy I feel very, very clean, like very clean. What do I mean? Just so since we're expecting a bullish price action on that guy, we're expecting bullish price action on the GU because the DSY is bearish. All right, so you can see that actually a key level here. You can see very clear and the weekly time frame actually at a key level. Why is it a killer? You can see how price always bounces off that point. You can see how price is always bouncing off that point. Look at this touch here. You can see how price bounces off this level and always when it bounces off, it takes off. And you can see how price finds it difficult to. So you saw price break above that zone and then coming back to that key level and then we are still bullish. Why am I bullish? Because why I can see that price look at what this weekly lower high, right? So we're bullish on GU currently, and if you go to the daily time frame, we are bouncing on that Q level. Although we have a kind of break of structure, right? So even if we are looking to sell, I'm looking to sell from here, the imbalance left, right? So we are looking to sell, we are still very far from where I would like to sell. Right? So even if you call it a break of structure, and I'm looking at this, right? So what I mean by break of structure, I mean the price broke this last higher low, right? So if you go to the line chart, it's actually very clear in the line chart. You can see it higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high break. All right. So even if I was trying to sell, we are not yet at the point I'm looking for sell. I'm still in the area I'm looking to buy and take price up to that point. So I'm bullish on GU, and then you can see how price has been giving bullish coverage. So a trend line, we saw the market giving a bullish setup. All right, although it's kind of nasty, it's in a kind of nasty range. All right, so let us see. All right, let's see. Let me see. So let's just mark structure like this. So I can see the last lower high here. All right, I can see a lower low, a lower high, and then a lower low. Had a kind of break of structure here, and price has been playing off this bullish range ever since. All right, it isn't playing off that bullish range. Um, sorry, price is playing off this bullish range, right? It's playing off this bullish range, this bullish order block. Price is playing off the order block and all of that, right? So and get a clean buy idea. It would be nice to go long. All right, and we had one on Friday. It was very clean buy. So this candle take our liquidity. You can see this liquidity that was captured here by this candle down. Price broke structure and came to retest it, and then it's running higher. Right. So we might see. I might present this guy to buy. A certain more bullish price action. So just look out for buy opportunities. And where will we targeting? I'm targeting that daily imbalance, right? So targeting this daily imbalance, right? Price should buy and gravitate towards that imbalance. Right? Let's go to USD card. So USD card usually resembles the dollar index because it's obviously what bearish as well. So we had the imbalance here, which price has been played off. Right, so that imbalance, we had this break of structure. At this point, the market is bearish, so we're expecting market to form a lower high and then form a lower low. So certain price to trade and come down to this low. That price to drop up to this low, right? Taking out all this liquidity resting here. See the liquidity is resting all over here. See all this liquidity, that price to run it and then gravitate towards this low, right? So I expect on this guy, and even on the 4 hour, I think we have a bearish market on 4 hour as well. So you can see we had a higher high here, right? We had a higher low, we had a higher high, and then we have what a break of structure. So we are really bearish on this guy, and it's good to look for sell. So by looking at this last up push, right? So price is obviously playing it. So let us mark from here, though. Let's see. Okay. That's why it's impossible to cast up low. Right? Okay, let's mark this. All right. Although the market's action is really sloppy, like it's really sloppy, but let's see. Now looking at this, I can see liquidity resting at this point here. Look at this carefully. So I have liquidity resting here. So there's a possibility that price may run that liquidity as an inducement. So you can see price run, I'm bearish on this guy. You can see price run this liquidity here, tap here properly, and then sell off. Right? That's what I expect of this guy. We might see that actually happen, right? Price run that liquidity, hit that point, and then drop there, fall off a cliff. All right, so that's what I expect on USD card. Let us see if you can have USD card give us that beautiful delivery. And finally, let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. All right, so yeah. So let's take out for this. It's been a while to traded gold. Let's see. Um, Gold is kind of bullish. Yeah, it's bullish. Right. All right. So wow. We're having liquidity resting on gold just here. We have liquidity resting here. Amazing. So I have liquidity resting at that point there. Wow, might see a really long buy on gold. but now I'm seeing a bullish price action. Same price closing above this last lower high here. So you can see price rally. This is my overall target on gold 2066, right? But let's go back to the current time frame of now. Right, so gold has actually been sloppy. All right, so we might see for me, I would like to buy gold. Right, we might see some retracement, but I don't know. There's no immediate entry I can find there. For now, gold is actually so much extended, right? It's far extended, right? I can see liquidity resting here. But going by the current 4-hour structure, let us see what we have here. We saw 4-hour clear liquidity to this upside, so liquidity grab there, right? And there was no break of structure yet. So market is still bullish. So we're having a higher high, the higher low, and yeah, no higher high yet. So we need to see price close above this point, give us our higher high. So we are still in that bullish range. All right, yeah. It's not a higher low yet because there's no higher high, right? So we're seeing a bullish range. Let us see. I will think for me, I'll be looking at gold this way. Since there's no higher high yet, it's not, so this is not higher low yet. All right, there's no higher low yet, just yet. All right, so for me, I will say, okay, we have our higher high. So this is our higher low, right? Higher high, higher low. So we're seeing a bullish range, and for market to make a new high, it has to close clearly above this. We're seeing a bullish market on gold. All right, so for me, I would like to see price go. So for now, I'll just stay out of gold and wait for something specific. All right. Let me look at the last pair, which is the British pounds against the Japanese yen. All right, this guy, let's go to the weekly. All right. Mhm. All right, so looking at this guy, we are obviously, let's go to the monthly and check first. Wow, amazing. Higher high, higher low. All right, break of structure. Wow. Monthly is kind of bullish, you're making highs, but let's be careful. Let's see. We didn't hit it yet. Okay. Let's go to the weekly time frame and see. All right. Okay, when a bullish markets, wow, amazing. So showing a bullish market on the weekly time frame, we have this liquidity grab here by this candle, right? This last down candle. So let's go to the daily time frame. Wow. So for me, this is only okay. This is the unmitigated supply zone for me. So I have a kind of demand zone resting here. Right. So I have a kind of demand zone resting here. That is the unmitigated portion of the market. Right. So for me, yeah, when the weekly time frame we are bullish. I can see price making a new high and then taking out liquidity to the downside, right? So let us see if I still expect this guy to run higher because why the monthly is bullish, right? You can see the higher, you can see this breakout structure on GJ. GJ may likely do was run higher, right? But see GJ make a new high at 196.67 level. All right, so let's go back to daily. So this is unmitigated demand zone I'm looking at. So I expect price. I remember calling this when GJ was all around there. I remember calling GJ and GJ would drop. I remember talking about GJ drop all the way from here. There's my previous analysis and all of that. So GJ has been respecting what I said. I've been bearish on GJ. So I was using price to come at least to this point, right? So I'm looking at GJ. If GJ can drop into this point and give me a reason to buy, it will be a very beautiful buy. If I can get a buy set up inside there. All right, so we can have a best stop inside there to be nice. So for me on GG, I'll stay out and spare, I'll wait for price to drop into this unmitigated portion and then we'll take price higher. All right, so for now, I'm just going to stay out of GG. All right, so I think that will be all. If you want to have Telegram act as a medium by which I can, communicate with you guys directly, right? Because YouTube takes me some time to make videos, and that's why you have to join the Telegram community. Just use the link in the description to join our Telegram community so you can have real-time information from me. I'll post what I'm looking at and all of that, right? It's very important that you be part of our Telegram community. It's free of charge. And if you want to join our paid mentorship program, it's also available. Right. So we have had students that have made a lot of money. I'm talking of thousands of dollars, and they're doing quite well, right? So I wish you guys the best. Happy New Year, and see you guys in the next video. All right.